So back we go to the 5th of May, which feels like years ago already. Can it really be just less than a month? Anyway, the biggest game of the season so far, Sampdoria 3 points clear. Their opponents, Inter Milan, not quite winner-take-all, but very nearly.
Here's Paganin. Again, Serena got there, and the second time, it's a great header, Klinsmann! Well, as Jurgen Klinsmann launched himself then, it did look as though Inter were going to grab the first goal. It was an attack in which Aldo Serena twice played a part. This was the second header. And how close did Klinsmann come? Very, very close indeed. Berti. One of the best at arriving late on the scene from midfield in the Italian game. He's well forward at the moment, and he's brought down by a protesting Cerezo, who gets the yellow card. Now what will occur at the free kick? That's the bigger worry to Sampdoria. Trapattoni trying to get a point across in time. Stringara has his back to the goal. Oh, brilliantly saved by Pagliuca. Brehme was the decoy. Matthaus was the man. This was the free kick. Hit with all the might of the right foot of Lothar Matthaus, and Pagliuca flung himself across. And we've seen goalkeepers outpowered so often by Matthaus. Sampdoria, for the most part, forced to defend, but doing that tidily enough, but not at the moment, because they've given a lot of room to Paolo Stringara. Berti. And once more, Nicola Berti's thespian tendencies go against Inter. And he's almost in tears in his complaints to the referee that he was the injured party here. Ten minutes to go to half-time. And Sampdoria are coping in the San Siro stadium. But here's Brehme. Oh, it's got to Berti! And again Pagliuca going to the left as he had to from the Matthaus free kick. Kept it out. But Sampdoria were vulnerable then. Really, it was a mishit cross from Brehme in the first place. Sampdoria drawing all their teamwork and their shape of play that's been so well defined, but it isn't defined now because Klinsmann has broken clear, and there's bedlam here because the linesman had his flag up. The spectators, and I must say the commentator, had eyes for Jurgen Klinsmann and what he was going to do with the chance. Trevor.
Well, you can see quite clearly that was a terrible decision by the linesman. I would think the most relieved man on the field at this moment would be Vialli, because he lost possession, but quite clearly Pellegrini was playing Klinsmann onside. Clearly 2 yards he was onside. A bad decision by the linesman.
Matthaus. Brought out by Dossena this time. Inter have to be careful. Sampdoria haven't been over bashful in the number of players that they've got forward when they have counter-attacked, but those moments have been pretty rare. But Lombardo has played superbly on the far side, and now it's Zenga because Inter feel that Mancini was trying to win a penalty there by diving. Hot-blooded, hot-tempered. Hard to handle for a referee. And Pietro Delia, has he seen something serious here? It's a red card for Bergomi and for Mancini. It was too hot for the referee. It's 10-aside. Well, we wondered whether Mancini would start the game. We now know that he's not going to finish it. And Inter lose their captain in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Brehme. One well by Berti. Can he go on here? Mannini made sure that he couldn't. And there's no doubt that Berti was fouled that time, and there was no attempt to cheat the referee. It's a booking for Mannini. Look at that.
Yes, quite clearly a foul there on Berti. Encouraging for Inter to see Berti making these surging runs from midfield. And they've certainly taken up from where they left off in the first half. Inter undoubtedly the best team in the first half. In the opening few minutes in the second half, was certainly a determined mood to score a goal.
And Sampdoria's policy of containment surely even more likely to continue with the departure of Mancini. Brehme to Matthaus, and the goalkeeper was lucky. It came straight out to Bianchi. The danger not over yet.
Offside.
Again, even though you know what's coming, dealing with it is altogether a different matter.
You do feel that Sampdoria at the moment are just hanging on in there. I'm just wondering if Boscov's got one or two alternatives up his sleeve from the substitutes bench. He certainly needs to give something else to the Sampdoria team, who are in desperate trouble at the moment.
They can't stem the flow. Matthaus. That's Berti. Stringara. Klinsmann. And a very relieved Pellegrini getting it out of play. Brehme realising the need to try and take the throw quickly and stop Sampdoria getting some air into their lungs. But Inter are actually struggling to get players there to receive the ball. Stringara. Matthaus had to reposition. Stringara again. Berti gets it back. This time, Bianchi. Oh, the goal was there for the taking. The goal that Inter at this stage richly deserve. It was beautifully set up between Serena and Berti. Out came Pagliuca and did well. You couldn't say the same about Bianchi, although he had to take it very quickly.
Well, that must go down as a double miss for Inter there. First Berti and then Bianchi. But give credit to Pellegrini, because when Serena played the 1-2 with Berti, it was a tremendous tackle by Pellegrini to thwart Berti.
Nowhere in the world will you see club football played at this intensity. Berti. A crowd of 80,000 plus, most of them desperate for Inter to get a goal here. And Boscov, who will be 60 years old next Thursday. How has he stood the strain all these years in so many high-profile jobs? Matthaus. Brehme just a little slow for once to anticipate his friend and fellow countryman.
Well, I'm sure that Boscov there was thinking about doing something to try and ease the pressure. He was talking there to young Benetti, a left-sided player.
They're defending so deep, Sampdoria, that players like Stringara, who's wrong-footed here, they have been having the run of midfield, but Vialli, with Cerezo making a good run, and Dossena is there as well! Would you believe it? 15 minutes into the second half, the first shot in anger. Beppe Dossena, his first goal in the league this season, and what a time to get it. What a way to get it. Sampdoria can see the championship here. They've been pinned in their own penalty area, and then within seconds they're a goal in front, and what a goal. Vialli made all the running, and Beppe Dossena did all the scoring. Berti, winning a lot of headers, Inter, but they're losing the match, and if they do that in everything but the mathematical sense, they will lose the championship. Vialli has got it through to this pacey player, Lombardo. There's no exaggeration to say that he had the title there. Surely Inter wouldn't have come back to win the match from being 2 goals adrift. And once Lombardo had got free of Brehme's attentions, he looked up, looked to where he wanted to plant the ball, but he couldn't do it. Klinsmann. Oh, and Sampdoria got too many players in there. Berti. Delia, what's he going to make of this? Berti believes he's got a penalty, and I think he has. Sampdoria before that had so many opportunities really to clear their lines, and they got in each other's way, and then Berti picked it up just inside the penalty area. Cerezo stepped across him. Matthaus has planted the ball on the spot. Drama upon drama. Here comes Matthaus. Oh, and he saved it! And Matthaus, as the ball rolled fractionally free, got to it, but could only get it wide. Well, surely you won't bet against Sampdoria now. Pizzi, who's naturally left-footed. He really is an attacking midfield player. Brehme takes the free kick. Oh, and Matthaus is the loser again. As Brehme whipped it in. Here's Dossena. Lombardo is round the goalkeeper. It's hit the post. Vialli's still waiting in the middle. Here he is, and it's off the line. In years to come, people will be saying, I was here, I was at that game. So much that will live long in the memory. And this will haunt Lombardo and Vialli if Sampdoria don't win the championship. 15 minutes to go. It stays at 1-0. How? Well, the incident there really needs no additional comment from me. grown men, hardened football watchers, are scarcely able to turn their eyes to this, and surely it's two this time. It is! The somersault of celebration from Gianluca Vialli. Zenga says it must have been offside. The linesman says no. And they're up and running off the Sampdoria bench. How did he stay calm enough in this cacophony here in the stadium? But Vialli did. His 18th goal of the season. Well, not even a full season for him.
But that was the game of the season.